Okay, we'll see. I put out a little something on Instagram and yeah, in my stories, and then in the community tab here that I was going live. So we'll see who sees. I know I already saw that Kat sent me a message real quick. I didn't get a chance to answer because I was starting. Hey, Christy, yay, you made it. I am seeing how much my face is shining. um, but I saw that Kat wanted to be here. So, Kat, if you watch this later, thank you. I appreciate you. Oh, so much better. My oils get going crazy. So, Christy, how are you doing today? Anything exciting going on? I scratched my neck right before I started. Now I've got this red spot. Hey, Debbie. Okay, good. I can see that you're a moderator. So I went in, I was like, I don't even know. I thought I had moderators from before and apparently did not. Or I just had one. I had Penny. Hi, Sue. I'm so glad you're here. So I did add Debbie and thank you so much, Angie. You're so sweet. Hi, Kate. Oh, look at you guys. Yay. I'm so happy that you're here. But yes, I added Clara and Debbie as moderators, and so I can add more later, but I just wanted to make sure. Oh, I'm sorry, Christy. Hello there, Bethany. So many people are like, I just feel like people are getting just run down. I feel like a lot of people, because I know people have like haven't been feeling good, but there's not actually like anything, like they're not sick, but just I think people are just sort of run down. I know too, like it being for us, it's kind of like school just started at the very end of August. So it's kind of just getting through our first month of school and stuff and getting back into that kind of routine sometimes is a little rough. I'm so glad you guys are all here. I have lashes on again today. I put them on when I got home. I had Bible study this morning and I was like, I'm not going all out like that. And thank you so much. I have extensions in today. I was like, you know what? I did extensions and all that good stuff, but I wasn't quite ready to do lashes. But I have 5 pairs. Thank you so much, Debbie. I have 5 pairs of lashes that I am reviewing for a company. This is the 4th pair that I'm doing. So I have one more to try out and record a little thing on and wear for the day. And then I will be sharing about them all with you. I can feel, oh my gosh, you guys. So this is my, I swear by Contigo coffee mugs. They keep your coffee hot for forever. And so I had this one that I took with me this morning. I came home, I'm sitting in the living room drinking my coffee out of it. I should have just poured it into a mug. I don't know what my problem was, but apparently I had a hole in my lip because I dumped it all down. No problem. I had it dumped it all down me. It was in my hair, in my fake hair too. Like, oh, that's a shame right there. But thankfully the shirt I have on, it dried really fast. I got this shirt. It was when my mom and I went shopping a few weeks ago, and I got it for, yes, dumped coffee. Ugh. Usually if I can smell it on me after it dumps, I cannot stand it. I know, not in the fake hair. Like, it's easier to wash my own hair. But yeah, like that smell if it dumps on you. But I got this shirt for $8.99 at JCPenney when my mom and I went shopping. I'm like, oh, it's such a perfect fall color. I didn't have anything like this. So, and then I actually was going through, I need to go through my jewelry again because I have a lot of jewelry, fake jewelry. I mean, it's not like expensive jewelry. And I guess you call it costume jewelry. But I was going through quickly this morning. Thank you. I know this, I'm like, oh, I'm just all about everything fall. And I found this necklace hanging in my, it's one necklace that's just got a bunch of different layers. And I love it. And I was like, this is so perfect with this shirt because it just goes good with it. And then I always love these earrings too. They're so cute. But I was like, ooh, perfect. I don't blame you, Sue. Yes, please do not poke your eye out. Thank you, Christy. I know I got this on clearance. I'm trying to even think of where I got it at. I feel like it was like Meijer or something like a few years ago on clearance. That's how I buy everything, clearance. Aw. So Angie, okay, you guys, Angie at the Bumblebee Farmhouse, her decorating is phenomenal. Like, you guys seriously need to check it out. She does just the sweetest, coziest, just amazing decorating for every season. And so she does awesome videos. Definitely check them out. I love her style of the way she does them too. She'll do like quotes for the season, like as she's showing the decor, and then along with music and talking. I absolutely love it. Angie, you do an awesome job. But so you guys should check that out. But Angie, you said you're looking for Christmas trees. You're welcome. It's absolutely true. I love it so much. I got my tree last year from, oh my gosh, no, I just drew a blank. Oh, what is it called? King of Christmas? King Christmas? Dang it, I'm gonna have to look now. Anyway, I've wanted a flocked tree for years, and yes, King of Christmas, I think is what it is. And I ended up, someone else I watch on here. Aw, thank you, Christy. You're so awesome. Christy runs my playlist all the time. You're so awesome. I thank you so much for that. Oh gosh, Melissa Freeman is another YouTuber that I saw her get. Debbie, oh my gosh, you are like my #1 fan. You guys are so awesome. Thank you so much. You guys, please do not feel like you have to do that. I appreciate it so much. Like, you have no idea. But please don't feel like you have to. But oh my gosh, Debbie, I love you. Okay, where was I? Oh, Christmas trees. Something else that makes me stupidly happy. So yes, Melissa Freeman had posted a video and stuff that she got this flocked tree and from King of Christmas, and it was gorgeous. So I ended up getting, thank you, Christy. I ended up getting the next size up from what she got. I think she got the 6 foot and I got the 7 foot. And she said she wished she had gotten the 7 foot, but it is such a gorgeous tree. I got the unlit one because I did the pre-lit tree thing before. That was a mistake because starting like on year 2, like some bulbs would go out. And then I was having to add in other strands. Yeah, definitely check it out because they do sales. I think I got mine like, no, I got it before Black Friday. I got it at the beginning of November, maybe end of October actually. But I got like, it was a really good deal. It was on sale, and my husband was like, we looked at price compared to other places, and I had been looking for a few years, and it was like the best deal I found. And it comes with like a huge bag to store it in. It zips. It's like really nice, and gloves for fluffing. But yeah, it's a gorgeous tree. So, aw, well, happy early birthday. In case I don't remember to tell you tomorrow because my brain does that. But yes, well, everyone tell Angie happy birthday for tomorrow. Oh yeah, I love to get shopping for Christmassy stuff. Aw, yeah, everyone needs a tree. I have to have a tree. My mother-in-law always says things like, oh, when you don't have kids at home anymore, you won't bother with that and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, no, like I decorate for me. If you think that my boys care at all, I mean, they might. I do like real trees too. We did have those for years, but then I kind of got where I like my tree up so early that a real tree is not feasible for that. So it would be dead long before Christmas. So yeah, we started doing fake trees. You guys are so sweet. Yeah, no way. I don't care. I decorate for me, not for the kids. I mean, I think that they do appreciate it, but they also are boys and are like, whatever, mom, kind of thing. And like, I always say when I decorate for a season, it's like that season throws up in my house because that's just the way I like it. And so they're used to there being stuff everywhere, but I do that for me. Like, I enjoy that. So there will never be no tree because kids don't live here anymore. I don't care. That's for me because my mother-in-law's like, the only reason I put up the tree is because we have like a family Christmas party, whatever. I'm like, if you didn't have a tree up for the family Christmas party, it wouldn't feel like Christmas at all. And then that's not fun. I am all about Christmas trees. And I've got my little one that right now is decorated for fall that I still have not put up my fall decor video. You guys, I am like, do you even still want to see that? If you do, I will record it tomorrow and try to get it up, for Friday or whatever, because I'm pretty lame. I don't know what has taken me so long. And then I should switch over to some Halloween stuff too. So we'll see. So if you still want to see my fall decor, let me know and I will do that, but otherwise maybe it doesn't matter. Aw, thank you. See, you guys are so sweet. I'll wish an Angie happy birthday. Okay, I will do my fall decor. I mean, I'm really happy with it. Like, it makes me feel so happy. Like, our living room is so cozy. Oh, I can see that, Kate. Aw. And I'm sure that is. Now, is your wrist like a lot better now that you've had the surgery? Like, do you have a lot of like pain relief? Okay, I will do my decor. Okay, Bethany, this is so funny. I have a ton of fall decor because my house, the colors of my house are fall colors. Um, and it's just what I like and I'm drawn to. And so it's so easy to match, like fall decor looks fabulous in it, which Christmas doesn't look as good because of the colors. But of course I still decorate for Christmas like crazy. But yeah, so fall decor for me is super easy to do because it matches all of my, stuff in my house. And so I told my mom when we went shopping a few weeks ago, I'm like, if I try to buy fall decor, slap me because I have way too much. And I did buy one thing. She didn't slap me, but she she probably shouldn't have because it worked out perfect. I do still have the barn. The barn is there. It is falling. It will. I don't know how much longer that will last, and it makes me so sad because it went down a lot this year. We had we get some really good like wind out here. I shouldn't say good. We get a lot of wind out here because there's a lot of fields around us. Oh, okay. I can understand that, Kate. Well, I'm glad that you don't get the pins and needles anymore. Hopefully, like as it heals, you'll get less and less of having that like tenderness. Thank you, Leanne. I'm so glad you're here. Oh, that's the barn is absolutely beautiful. It's like one of my favorite things about living here, and that's one of the reasons why I can't picture myself staying here forever because once that's gone, it's just open fields, and it's not the same. That's not as pretty. I mean, maybe I'll see more deer then, but still, like I don't know. It's not going to be the same without the barn. It really is. Oh, okay. Yeah, stuff like that takes a long time to heal. But thankful that you got it done so that you're on your way to the healing, right? For sure. I have to tell you guys, I don't think I told you this last week. If I told you guys a story, those of you who were here and you remember, stop me because I hate when people do that. Well, I don't hate when people start to tell you something, but like, there's some people in my family that you'll be like, oh yeah, you told me that. And they just continue to tell you anyway, like, because they just want to say it again or something. Leanne! Oh my goodness! Leanne, thank you so much. Oh my gosh, you guys. I love you guys so much. I hope you guys know that. Like, you guys make me so happy. Like, seriously, you're gonna make me cry. I'm so thankful for you guys. Yes, Bethany. Like, they're just like, they're already in the motion of telling the story. And so they're just gonna keep going. Oh, Leanne. Oh my goodness. You guys are so awesome. So I had something really awkward happen to me last week. I went to the post office, and usually there's this woman who works there who I've gotten to know really well, and she's awesome. I love her. Then there's this guy. Debbie, stop it. Are you guys trying to make me cry? You want me to cry on here? Because it's going to happen. Oh my gosh. Thank you guys. And oh my goodness. You guys are just, you're ridiculous. You're so awesome. It's ridiculous. Oh, thank you. Okay. So, the lady's awesome. Then there's this, Christy, don't you worry about it. There is a guy who fills in on some days. And I know, well, I'm not going anywhere else now. So now I can just be a big blubber and mess. And he's like this older man, and he's really nice, whatever. And so it seems like every single time I get in there, there's some sort of issue. Like the machine stops weighing packages, or the card reader stopped working the one day for me to pay, and just like there's always something, right? So I went in last week to take in a package. Oh, good, Kate. Let's get you all fixed up so you're feeling good. That's what I want. I want everyone to feel good and be happy, and that's just I love you guys so much. I took a package in last week, and sure enough, the thing stops. Well, he weighs my first package, it prints out the little thing, and then it won't do for the second package. And so he's messing with it, and finally I'm like, okay, why don't we just like, I'll pay for that one and maybe just then start the next one fresh. Maybe it'll just kind of reset whatever's going on, right? So he's like, oh, good idea. So he knows like everything about like my husband and my kids, because I'm not even kidding. Every time I go in there and he's working, there's some sort of an issue, and it's like comical at this point, right? So he's trying to do the second one, it still won't weigh, so he keeps like messing with it, and like I have to reset the whole machine, whatever, which has happened before. Okay, so our post office is closed from 12:30 to 1:30 for lunch, and so like when I would leave from work, Bethany, thank you. You guys are so stinking sweet. Oh my goodness. And I love the little like icon things or whatever, the little cartoony guys. Thank you so much. So yeah, 12:30 to 1:30 is our lunch. Well, when I worked, I would get out at noon, so I would always be like going right over there. I mean, it was right down the road, so I'd go right over there to send my packages before I came home and before they were going to lunch. And so it kind of happened the same way last week, even though I wasn't working, but I was in there at about 10 after 12. And so we're having all these issues, right? Oh, you're fine. And I mean, it's this little country, you know, post office, so there's not many people coming in and out. So if there is an issue, it's not usually a big deal. Like there's not like a line of people waiting. But anyway, so we're chit-chatting back and forth because we might as well while we're waiting for the machine to reset. And I said something about that I was going to my grandma's for lunch, or I think he asked me what I was doing for the day or whatever. So I was like, oh, I'm going to my grandma's for lunch. And no. Hi, Janae. I'm so glad you're here. You guys are so sweet. I'm so glad that you guys are. Did you guys see my little thing like on Instagram or on my community tab that I was coming on? Is that why you're here? I should have done it earlier. I kind of, again, did a last minute thing, but I'm thinking maybe I'll try to do it on Tuesdays because I go to Bible study in the morning, and then like in the afternoon I'm like going shopping or out to lunch with somebody or something. But then when I get back, I'm already ready. So it's like, you might as well go on. Debbie, you're so ridiculous. Stop it. Oh my gosh, I love you so much. Anyway, back to my story. So I said to this guy, I'm like, I know, I think they do take a lunch break. I don't know. It's ridiculous. So I said to him, I'm so sorry. Or no, I said, I feel bad because I come in here all the time right when you're ready for lunch or almost ready for lunch or whatever. He looked at me and he goes, Debbie, knock it off. Stop it. This is like a bouncing pear laughing with a little sweatband on. Like, oh my gosh, stop. You guys are amazing. So anyway, he looked at me so strange and he goes, well, there's your grandma. And he goes, and besides, what would people think? A beautiful young married woman like you having lunch with an old man like me? I was so confused. Kate, thank you so much. You guys, Debbie, knock it off. Oh my gosh. Kate, thank you. And Debbie, thank you. And knock it off. Oh my gosh. I can't even. So my son is here. He's probably like, what is she doing? I told him I was going live, but he's probably like, what the heck is she doing in there? Aw. Thank you, you guys. Even. Okay. That's enough, guys. Stop that. You're going to make me cry. You're going to make me, I don't even know. Okay. So, he apparently, for some reason, thought I said to him, like, I wanted to have lunch with him. Like, he must have misunderstood me when I said, like, I feel bad because I always come in at your lunchtime or when you're about to have lunch or something. Somehow he heard me say something like I wanted to have lunch with him, and then he's like, hi, Stacy, thank you so much. but like, yeah, he's like, oh, well, there's grandma, and you know, what would people think? This beautiful young married woman having lunch with them. And I'm like, I won't tell anyone, Mama Gloria. um, but it was the most awkward situation. I know, I did. Teresa, hello. Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you so much. I know, you guys are just, you're so amazing. It was the funniest thing. And I was like, I didn't know what to do. Like, I was like dumbfounded. And Christy, thank you so much. Oh my gosh, you guys. I don't even, I don't even know what to do with myself right now. Thank you. But yeah, I didn't want to make him feel dumb, like, and be like, no, I wasn't saying I want to have lunch with you. I mean, I probably should have said that, because that would be okay to say, because that's not what I thought. But I always don't want to hurt people's feelings. And so I'm, you know, like really guarded with the way I say things, which gets me in trouble sometimes. Because it was just so awkward. Like, I'm like, what? He thinks I said I wanted to have lunch with him? And so then I like just quickly changed the topic. And then I was talking about, my manager where I used to work, because this guy would come in where I worked sometimes too, because he lives in the area. And he was like, you know, I said, yeah, something I really appreciated about him is, you know, that like he would never, he doesn't have a car, and he lives like down the road, like half a mile, I think. And like it would be like storming or something, and I'm like leaving from work, and he is too, and I would be like, hey, like, I'll give you a ride home. He would not. Like, he was like, no, thank you, I appreciate it. But he was always like, I never want to get, I know, for real. Oh my gosh, girl shopping weekend. I could get myself some stuff. And I'll be like, this is from you guys. And I'm going to be doing some more giveaways too. And I always go to the cosmetics company store when I'm on that trip. And so I'll be like keeping an eye out for some stuff that maybe I could get for giveaways. But yeah, he would like never accept rides for me. The one time it was like snow like crazy, and I'm like, come on, like, let me just drive you home, like it's right down the road. And my husband knows him too. Like, we've gone over and talked to him at his apartment and stuff. Like, we took him couches and things like that, so it's not like he's like, you know, just some random guy and my husband doesn't know. Like, there's nothing weird like that, like where like my husband would be uncomfortable or anything. But it did not matter. Like, he was just like, no, I just never want anybody to be in a position where anything could be, you know, said, you know, or whatever. And it was like, he's like, for my sake and yours, you know, kind of thing. And I totally respect that. I love to shop. Dang, I love to shop. And you know what, you guys? So there's going to be a video coming up for this, because I am switching out my wardrobe or whatever. And I thought I had 3 big totes of like winter clothes. And then I realized one of them was one of my Poshmark totes of stuff I'm selling. I'm like, I only have 2 totes of winter clothes. Well, that's not a lot when you're talking about sweaters, because like each sweater takes up, like, they're like fluffy like that, you know, like. And so I'm like, oh, I need some more winter clothes. So I think I do. I think I need to shop. I mean, I was going to tell my husband, I am lacking in the winter clothes department, and it's cold in Michigan. Like, I need some winter clothes. Oh, man. But anyway, yeah, it was funny. It was like, then I'm just trying to, like, tell stories to this guy about, like, the guy that I worked with not wanting to. Gloria, thank you so much. You guys, I probably sound so dang annoying when I'm just realizing that. Like, I'm like, every time. I'm sorry. It's just my natural annoyance, I guess. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. You guys are unbelievable. I'm serious. Like, it's, oh my gosh. Unbelievable. Here's a little funniness too, that I'm glad I didn't have these lashes on at church today. I thought about wearing lashes this morning to Bible study. And then when we were sitting there, I was sitting with my friend Jenny again, and this other lady, Noni, that I just met last week. And then it was some other people, one other lady that I knew, and then these 2 girls that I didn't, or 3 girls I didn't know. I think it's Danielle G78. I'll put it down in the description. I know it's in some of my other videos, but I'll have to look. And I'm so sorry, I missed what that last comment was. I'm sorry. And I don't know how, can you look on your phone and be able to go back to the comments? I'm never sure how that works. Because I see them pop up, but then it's like if I don't read it, I'm like, ah, or don't get a chance to read it. So I'm so sorry for whoever just commented and I missed it after Stacy. But yeah, it was so funny because we were talking about how the world tells us, you know, to keep getting things, like go for, you know, to have a good life. Life is good if you have this and if you have this and whatever. And how the Bible talks about it's better to have one handful and like basically like peace and stuff than two handfuls and be toiling and chasing after the wind. Like you, and if you've got both hands full, you can't go for something better. Like you might have your hands full of good, but then you can't go for better because your hands are full. Okay, yeah, I'm on my phone, so I'm not sure. And so we were talking about how our culture, because the lady Noni that sits next to me, she is from the Philippines. And oh, I need to make a dentist appointment too. Oh, dang it. I need to get a whole new dentist. And so I'm kind of stressing about that. But my friend Jenny actually just went to a brand new dentist and she loved them. So I think I'm going to go there. But side note, I'm like, but yeah, so we were talking about, she was talking about our culture is very overwhelming to her because, you know, living in the Philippines and stuff, they like, family is so important. They do everything together. They're not about stuff. And she said when she moved here, she met her husband, was actually over doing like mission work and was at, her dad is a pastor and he was over there and that's how they met and everything. And so she's here married to him. And she said when they first got married, you know, like she didn't have much because they don't have much there. And that's fine. That's what she was used to. And that people had good intentions and kept like bringing her things. And she goes, it was like everyone thought I needed tools for doing my hair and just, you know, like random stuff that people were trying to be nice and give her things that they thought she would need. And she said, one day I started crying and my husband thought I was happy. And I said, no, I'm overwhelmed. Aw. It's okay. Christy, please don't ever feel like you have to catch up on videos. Nobody. Like, it is too hard. I try so hard, like, to make sure I'm at least getting to some of people's videos because nobody can do it all. So please don't anybody ever feel like that. I never look and go, well, she didn't watch this video or where's so-and-so on this one? You know what I mean? Like, please don't ever think that. But yeah, she was saying, you know, she told him, like, I'm not happy. Like, I appreciate that people are trying to, you know, give me things they think I'll need, but I'm overwhelmed. It's too much stuff. And I thought that was such a cool thing because I like right now what I'm going through with, I don't know if I can scroll though. There's nothing like that shows. It's just like they just pop up. So I don't know. But yeah, she, you know, we're so used to having so much stuff. And for somebody who isn't, it's like, whoa, why do you need all this? Like, I don't need this, you know? And we don't realize we don't need it because we're so used to it, you know? It's just our culture. And, but how lately I have been, well, over the past several months, just feeling so consumed by my stuff. Thank you so much, Angie. I hope you have an amazing birthday tomorrow. You're so awesome. Oh yeah, Stacy, 400. That's just overwhelming. Yeah, Debbie. Hi, Jean. I don't see. Okay, so there's a little. Ah. Yeah, mine doesn't show anywhere to scroll. Like, I don't know. Anyway, though, so we were talking about that, and this girl's like, yeah, and like she goes, because our culture, she was talking about she went on a mission trip to, I can't remember where she said now, but she said, you know, like the people lived in huts and they slept on the floor and they had like nothing, but their family all, you know, your families all lived together and right by each other. And they were so happy. She said they were like laughing all the time and just joyful, you know? And she's like, people here are not like that. And for the most part, no, we're not. And the truth of the matter is, the more stuff you have, the more things you need to be taken care of and worried about and whatever. And it takes your focus off of what's actually important. We're so worried about our stuff that we're not like spending the time with people that we should and things like that. And so she's like, you know, but our society like makes you feel like, oh, you need to look a certain, you need to dress a certain way and have certain jewelry and hair and lashes and blah, blah, blah. And she's like, fake lips and fake boobs and whatever. And I'm like, I mean, I don't have fake stuff, but my hair's fake. And I was wearing my fake hair at church. I did not have lashes on. I was like, I'm glad I didn't wear my lashes. I don't think she was being like critical like that. It was just like kind of funny because it made me feel like, okay. But I know exactly what you mean. It's like you feel like you have to, our society makes you feel like you have to like attain these certain things and look a certain way and this and that, where those places, they don't think anything about that. They don't care at all what people look like or what, and that's how it should be, you know, like, but it's just the difference in cultures. Aww. Sometimes those are the hardest things, Sue. That was, I used to collect dolphins. I love dolphins. And I still have some things that are very special to me that are dolphin things. But exactly, Jane. Exactly. Um, and I finally was like, what am I going to do with all this? I used to have a big china cabinet. It is actually in my mother-in-law's living room because when we moved to this house, we did not have space for it. And I didn't want to get rid of it. It was a really nice china cabinet my husband had gotten for me because I used to have a lot of things that I collected that were special and I wanted a place for them. And yeah, there's no gray area. It's just my whole entire screen is like all of this behind me, and there's nothing down at the bottom. There's like the camera thing to turn around, and then there's a little, it looks like a little comment, like a word bubble kind of thing. So I clicked that, but that said something else, and it made me, I don't know, it like popped up on the screen. Let me try it again. So don't type for a second because I won't be able to see. Live chat. Oh, maybe this is it. Oh no, that's just me in the live chat, I think. I'm challenged here. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'll figure it out. But yeah, it's very easy to just be, we're so used to what we're used to. And that's what she was like, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to say, Noni was saying, I keep going like this because she was sitting next to me over here. Like she's not trying to say something bad about our culture. It's just overwhelming to her. And I was like, no, I appreciate what you're saying. Like, it's nice to hear from people who live differently. And because she said, her husband said to her, when they are there and they're sitting and having meals and stuff with her family, he said, I don't know how no one like chokes or spits out their food or something because they laugh so much while they're eating and stuff. Oh, thank you so much for being here, Stacy. I appreciate it so much. Yes, definitely. We'll chat later. But yeah, so, she's like, we're just so used to it. Like, that's how we are. That's what we do. And so it's just kind of interesting because so many times here, people don't even sit down and have meals together as a family. And so everything is about family and in a lot of other places, and as it should be here. I think we definitely, I think that's a big downfall of our, like the American culture in a lot of ways, because I think we're very stuff driven, like success driven, bigger houses, more cars, nicer cars, whatever. Like, and not that it's wrong to have nice things, it's just that they shouldn't come before what's more important. Here's basically what it is. So it's never like like if you have a nice big house, then shame on you. It's not like that at all. And like, I remember my friend Ann, she's a pastor. She had said we went on a mission trip to Mexico. And when we came, I was like so rocked by that and seeing the way people lived and stuff. And we had gotten together for a team dinner after we had gotten back from the trip and stuff. And I said I was having a hard time because like to sit down and have like nice meals and stuff, I felt guilty about it. And like there's so many people, I watched people digging food out of a dump and like to feed themselves and their families, and to find things to sell to feed their families. And so it was like I had this guilty feeling like here we are and we do everything with such excess, like, and we do. And she said, no, that's not how you need to look at it. You don't feel guilty. God placed you where he did for a reason. What do you do with it? And so that's really what it is. It's not we're blessed. You're blessed to have whatever it is that you have. And then what do you do with it that, benefits other people, that helps other people, um, that kind of thing. So it's not a matter of feeling guilty, like God placed us where he did for whatever reason, and um, so yeah, but it's interesting to hear from people who live in other places and what they think. And she was talking about she used to, their family always housed different people, and the people would work for them and send all the money over to their families. And she said they, within the church stuff and different things that they had going, and her mom has like restaurants, I guess, or her family does. And so people would work, well, they would live with them and not have to pay rent or anything like that. They didn't have to pay for any of their food, for rent, anything. They worked, they made money, and they sent it to their families. And she said that they would do like dishes at their house and cook or do laundry. She said, so growing up, she didn't actually really do those things. And so when she came to America, well, she worked on cruise ships and she hired people to work on cruise ships. So it was pretty cool. But she said that when she got married, like her husband has said to her, I'm sorry, I feel bad because you lived like a princess. Like you didn't have to do all those things. Oh, hi V. Thank you so much. You're so sweet. I'm glad you're here. But yeah, like she never had to do those things. And then when she got married, then she, does all the cooking and cleaning. And and they have 2 boys and stuff. And she said, I know I love it. I love doing it. And so she said, she wished she had known more things before. And she actually has been, I guess, mentoring some younger girls and stuff and teaching them. Aw, watching Disney while you eat. I mean, with your adult daughter, how fun is that? Like, come on. And yeah, no, I'm all about that. But yeah, she was telling us today all the stuff that she does. She has like a garden and she dehydrates all these herbs. She's got like these big dehydrators and she does it with other vegetables and stuff. And like, she found some way, like the Amish preserve eggs, and so she's been doing that. And she was like, I baked 3 loaves of bread on Sunday, and today there's only 1.5 left. Like, whatever, where'd they go and stuff. And like, she just cracks me up. But she's like, to go from never having done any of that stuff to now, like, she, loves doing all that stuff. And so I'm like, you need to teach a class. Like, you could teach us. Like, I'd like to know how to do some of this stuff. So it's pretty cool. I love getting to talk to people from different cultures, different backgrounds. Like, we're so used to just what we know. And, it's like, there's a big old world out there. But that's the truth, Christy. Anything we have is not really ours. It's God gave it to us to give and help one another. And it's just like any way that we can do that, I mean, I don't know. Like, I know my parents have neighbors who don't have much. And so my mom always likes to like send over different like food type items and stuff to them, and just, to help out. And she's like, I try to give things like oatmeal and, things that like don't require a bunch of ingredients to make, but are still like filling and, like somewhat healthy for you and stuff. And, just stuff like that where it's like, when you see people around you that need things, it's, amazing. And that's the thing. Not only are you helping them, but the feeling it gives you knowing that you can do that for somebody else is amazing, because if it was you, oh really, Sue? Australia's getting very Americanized. And see, I hate that because I like to picture like, I don't know, being kind is so important. It's like, there's no reason whatsoever to treat other people with anything but kindness. Like, there is no reason. And yeah, like, we all have something that we can give. We might not all have a lot of money. I don't have a lot of money. But you find ways. It doesn't have to be something monetary. It can just be helping somebody with yard work or whatever, like just doing things to make someone else's life a little easier. Like, if we all would just help make each other's lives a little easier, can you imagine what this world would be like? Like, but we are out for ourselves. Like, but I need this and I have this going on in my life. And, you know, I mean, that is our natural tendency, is to have that selfishness. And it's something like I always have to keep myself in check in because, or in check on, in check, yeah. Because for me, it's time. I can be very selfish with my time. So that is something I've really been working on, and making, you know, solid attempts, like putting things in the calendar that I'm spending this day with this person, I'm doing this with this person, and, you know, just making, you have to be intentional or it's not going to change. You're going to continuously go to what's the easy, like what your bend is, you know, and so you have to be intentional about doing something different. And I'm not always great at it. I would not even begin to act like I am, but I am definitely getting better. And now, without working and feeling so overwhelmed, it makes it much easier for me to be able to do those things. And like, I treasure the time that I'm getting to spend with my grandma. And I have some other plans for some things that I am excited to do with some family members and things that they don't even know about yet. So, but I just, you know, I want the people around me to know how valuable they are to me, and, you know, just how much I care. And spending time with people is a big part of that. And actually, in Bible study today, we were talking about things that you can let go to have what's better. And one of the things is like stuff and your schedule, because we live in this constant, hurried, busy life. And we do it to ourselves most of the time. You know, it's like, yeah, but I've got kids and they're in this and they're in this. Well, how many things are each of your kids in? You know what I mean? Like, there are things. And she said something today that I thought was so valuable about, as parents, we are modeling for our kids, you know, obviously. And if we have like these crazy schedules, and like our kids are involved in, you know, 3 or 4 things or whatever, sometimes even 2. Debbie, well, thank you so much for being here. Say hi to Tanner for me, please. And I hope it's a good appointment. And yeah, thank you so much. Oh my goodness, girl. I'm gonna get you back. You just wait. But yeah, we just need to, when we have our kids involved in so many things, they get run down too. And it might be things they enjoy. It's not like these things are bad, but you can have too much of a good thing. And then it becomes something not good, not healthy for you and your family. And so she was saying, you know, like, if we, you know, as parents say, okay, you can be involved in 2 things. What are the 2 things that you enjoy the most? What happens is, ah, exactly, Christy. Yes. And that is what we need to be thinking. What can we do to help somebody out? And someday, you never know what your situation is going to be, that you might need somebody to do the same for you. And you would hope that someone would care enough to. And so that is awesome. Yes, I love that. These are simple things we can do to just show love to other people. Amazing. But she said, you know, then when they go off to college and you aren't the one guiding them as far as their schedules and whatever, they've learned, okay, I need to, you know, say no to other things and just pick some of the things that are my top priorities, so that I'm not overwhelmed, so that I can be the best at what I'm trying to be, you know, do. So my grades are good, and, you know, that kind of thing. Because we can be over involved and it's not good. And to be tired all the time and running all the time and chaotic, it makes us irritable, and it's unhealthy for everybody. And so I thought that was a really good point, though. Like, when we model that to them when they're younger, by teaching them, like, you need to choose things that, you know, have a couple things that you can really put your all into, instead of several things where you're spread really thin, that helps them when they get older and they need to make those decisions on their own, to say, okay, yeah, that would be fun, but if I do that, it's going to take away from this, and this is more important, so I need to focus here. And so, like, those are things that are just really valuable life lessons that as parents we can be teaching our kids. And it's funny because a lot of the people in there are older, like a lot older than me, and, you know, they've already had, you know, those years with their kids. They can't really like teach that now, but these are things, even as, you know, you know, being a mentor to other moms who, you know, maybe come to you about, you know, like, yes, the constant rushing. Yeah, that's the thing. And it's like, not that clubs aren't good, like that they can be great. But when you're involved in so many things, you can't give your full attention to anything. And then something ends up suffering for it. And usually it's us, it's our health, it's our, you know, you're not sleeping well, you're just run down, and that makes you susceptible to getting sick, and just, you know, it's like, for what, you know? And that's like our whole theme is letting go of the good so that you can reach for the better. And like God's best we can't have if we're holding so tight to everything here, and like, oh, but you know, I worked hard for this, and I just because I have big fatigue issues. Oh yes, that's so smart, Sue. Like, you know, if you do certain things and push yourself too hard, you're gonna suffer for it, and there's no reason to do that. Like, what is that worth, you know? And that's for anybody, whether you have, you know, something that is, you know, a condition or something that's debilitating to you or not. It's, we all can push ourselves too much, and some people it doesn't take very much, like me. Like, I'm telling you guys, I mean, it's, I've had to come to terms with, like, because I always would feel really guilty about it and like ridiculous, like, you're ridiculous that you can't handle, you know, the stuff that tons of other people handle just fine. Well, the truth of the matter is, I don't know that they handle it just fine. They might just act like they do. You know what I mean? We don't really know, you know, how people feel. A lot of people put on this facade of like, oh yeah, like, I do this and this and this, and my kids do this, and it's great, and we're always running around. They might be like just dying inside because they're exhausted. You know what I mean? And but just don't want to say it. So not comparing to other people is so huge, because you really don't have a clue, you know, and people can look at you and think something about you and be completely off. So yeah, I've definitely learned my lesson on that several years ago. There was a girl that people talked about inviting her into something, and I didn't say it, but inside I was thinking, I don't think that's a good idea. Like, I think blah, blah, blah. Like, I had these preconceived notions about this girl, lady. I call every female, I call a girl, unless they're like, you know, 80 or something. I don't know. And she ended up being a part of the group, and I loved her, and I learned a lot of things about her I had no idea about her life. She had some major struggles, and she did a really good job of hiding it, but her hiding it actually put on this air of like kind of an arrogance, like I'm better than, but it was compensating for what she was really feeling. Because once I got to know her, I realized she's nothing like what I thought she was. And then it was like, shame on me for just assuming I knew what she was like, and I could have missed out on knowing this really amazing person. And yeah, it's like, you know, you just don't know, and it's so easy to presume or assume things. I feel like my lash is coming off. You know, so don't do that, because it just makes you look like a jerk. Because I felt like a jerk, even though people didn't know what I was thinking. I knew, and I felt like a jerk for thinking it about her. So yeah, definitely. Oh my goodness, it's been almost 50 minutes. I can just chit chat right along. You guys are probably like, girl, just, you're not even like talking to us. Well, no, I'm talking at you. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to do that. I get on these things though, like, I'm so passionate about different things that like I have had to learn myself in life, and obviously you're learning every day. I'm constantly, you know, like, you just want to improve things about yourself and be a better person. And but yeah, like things like that, like where I've made these mistakes. Oh, thank you, V. I'm glad that you don't feel like I'm just like giving you some like lecture or something. But like, yeah, I had to learn some things the hard way and feel like a total jerk about it. And it's like I feel like those are learning times, obviously, and things that you can share with other people so that hopefully they don't have to go through the same thing. But yeah, so Don't discount people. Don't think you know, because you don't, and you might miss out on like your one of your greatest relationships, you know, friendships in your life because you thought you knew something about somebody and you didn't. So, but yeah. Kate, I agree. That is something I cannot stand. When someone tells you, oh, don't talk to them, don't whatever, because they did this or they're like this, blah, blah, blah. Okay. I don't know what happened between you and this person, but it didn't happen between me and them. And there have been so many times where I have seen this situation with people where I know better about this person. Oh, I know, Sue. That is true too. Yes, when people are seriously struggling with something, and a lot of times it's a health related thing that people can't see from the outside, people hide it and they're, really struggling inside. And we just don't know, and that's why you just got to be kind to people. Hi, Meg Doodle. um, I actually just saw her name is Chronic Lexi is the name of her channel, and she has oh gosh, how do you say it? Is it Ehlers-Danlos? Um, it's something like that, and I might be saying it wrong. But anyway, she just posted a thing on Instagram yesterday about how it gives her she already has anxiety anyway, and then it gives her such anxiety to have to use some kind of mobility aid because she has seizures, and her body just lets out on her and things like that. So she feels much more comfortable if she can use like a cane or a scooter or something when she goes out places. And that people literally have yelled at her when she parks in a handicapped parking spot. She's got a sticker, or is on a scooter or something, because if you look at her, she's this beautiful girl, and her personality when she's, feeling good is vibrant, or maybe even when she's not feeling good, because we don't want to walk around looking like we're miserable, even if we are, and so, she's got this just, hi Tish. Okay, thank you, Sue. Hi Myrna, yay. um but yeah, she's, so she looks like this healthy, young, vibrant girl, and inside, and she's just, just in pain, horrific pain. Her joints let out on her all the time and everything like that. And people treat her so terrible. And she was saying, as a community of us who need things like this, we need to stop being afraid to use our mobility devices and things like that. And just, because the more people who do it and get comfortable with it, it helps each other feel that way. And she said, when you see someone using these things, Tish, thank you so much. You guys, I say you guys every time. That's going to be my tagline. You guys. You're so awesome. Thank you. You know, Instead of looking at people and being critical, look at them and smile. Don't stare, just smile and move on with your life. Like, why does it matter to you if someone is in a scooter or parking in the handicap spot? Like, I don't need a handicap spot, so I don't need to be concerned about who's parking there. You know what I mean? Like, just things like that, where it's like people need to be sensitive to other people and what they might have going on. And why in the world do we think we know so much about other people, or just from seeing their outward appearance, like we think we've got everything figured out about them? Like, I don't think so. Yes, Christy, that's so true. And it's absolutely shameful to all the people who make people feel that way. Like, anybody who feels like they have to hide like anything about them, their disabilities or anything else, because of other people, shame on those other people. Like, that is just disgusting. Our world is just, I just don't understand it. Like, the things we focus on are so unimportant, and then the things that we should give importance to and care to, we don't. And I say we as a generalized, I mean, I'm not saying like you guys do that or whatever, but just, yeah. Tish, I love that. A goal of getting at least one person to smile every day. I think that is an amazing goal, because it is also very amazing how you will see, that is something that I noticed a long time ago. For some reason, I just think little old men are the cutest thing. And my husband would be like, you cannot just go hug random people, Danielle. Aw. Um, but yeah, I mean, I didn't just go up and hug them, but I'd be like, oh, I just want to hug them. And my husband's like, yeah, no, you can't. You can't just hug random old men. But so many times you see people and they just look so upset or they look grouchy. And I make a point to make sure that I smile at those people, and you would be surprised how many of those people look surprised and smile back at you. I think because I started feeling this way big time when I was working and working retail, people just assume that people are going to treat them bad. So, especially elderly people get treated not very well a lot of the time. People are annoyed by them moving slowly or that they don't hear well or, whatever it may be. They're used to being treated not very nice. And so it's not really surprising when they seem kind of crotchety because it's like they're just kind of assuming that everyone's irritated with them and going to treat them bad. And so you walk around then looking unhappy, kind of grouchy, like, who's going to mess with me now? And so when someone smiles at you, it's like, oh, like someone's being nice to me, which is ridiculous that it should be so surprising that someone's smiling at you and being nice to you. But sadly, that's the world we live in. So yes, if we all just make it a point to smile at people or try to make people smile every day. I had several older men who would come in to where I worked who were widowers or had, the one man, oh, he was so sweet. He was one of the ones that made me sad to stop working. His wife was in a nursing home and she has Alzheimer's. And he would come every week and get all her favorite little treats and stuff to take to her. And he would just, hey, Erica. Hey, Haley. Oh, thank you. It's fake. I just call it right out. My friend Jenny today I said something about my hair and she goes, do you have extensions in right now? I said, yes, I do. Yes, Christy. Like, if you don't need the handicap spot, why are you worried about it? Like, no. Yeah, I'm like, I got my extensions since today. I put on some lashes when I got home. I'm like, so anything that looks fabulous is fake. No. But yeah, like that poor man, he would just come in and be getting stuff for his wife and chat with me about her and stuff. And it was like, we'd have these little conversations and he'd be laughing by the time he left. Oh, Sue, that is terrible. That's another thing. Treating people like they're unintelligent because of anything, like because of something physically that they look like. Or another thing is like some people say things differently because of how their families say it. So like, Debbie, she might watch this later. Our great grandma and then my grandma, who was her daughter. So my great grandma was Debbie's grandma. So my grandma is Debbie's aunt. And they said, instead of ornery, they said ornery. Okay, so all growing up, I thought the word was ornery. And every once in a while, I'd hear someone say ornery, and I was like, why are they saying that like that? Right? Because it couldn't possibly be me that was wrong. And so at one point, I discovered that the word, yes, definitely is ornery because I saw it written down somewhere. And I was like, oh my gosh, my whole life, I have thought the word was ornery. And you say ornery, Haley? Because I mean, I would have written it like O-N-R-E-Y, but that's not it. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. So yeah, it's ornery. Here, let me just help you out, girl. Because I was like, oh my gosh, I probably sound like a dang idiot. Like people have probably heard me say that, and like same as I was hearing people say it the correct way and was going, like, why are they saying that like that? No, everyone else was looking at me going, why is she saying that like that? And so it's just kind of funny because I'm not an unintelligent person, but maybe when I said that, I might have sounded a little unintelligent. But so things like that, where it's like, it could just be a familial thing that kind of got passed down. And so that's what you're used to and you think it's right. Like you're using it in the right way. You just, yeah, it's the wrong word. But so stuff like that, like people just assume people are unintelligent over really dumb things. And it's like, come on, like my whole intelligence does not lie on one word that I say a certain way. Yes, and some things are a dialect thing. And so that's totally, and then, okay, Michigan, we have like all these weird, like French words, like Gratiot is the name of like one of our main roads. Absolutely, Christy. Always smile at people. You never know, I can brighten someone's whole day. But Gratiot is spelled Gratiot. Well, people say like Gradiat and stuff. Well, I can understand why they would, because that's what it looks like. Or like the Mackinac Bridge or Mackinac City. Mackinac, you'll see it spelled two different ways. One with a W on the end and one with a C. Oh, that's too funny, Sue. Yeah, and that's the thing too. Having an accent changes, so it makes it hard to understand people sometimes. Oh my gosh, too funny, Tish. So you know all about Gratiot. But yeah, so people look at it and they'll say Mackinac Island or Mackinac whatever, and I'm like, it's actually Mackinac. It's spelled with a C, but it is pronounced like Mackinac. And like there's just things like that that unless you live in the area, you wouldn't know it. And that doesn't make you dumb if you say it wrong, you know? Like so yeah, it's kind of funny how people though like take things and are like, oh, these people are so unintelligent. Like some people just, and does it really matter? I don't think it does. And look at last names. Some names are spelled one way and pronounced completely different. My favorite one always is Favre, because Brett Favre's last name is Favre. How is that pronounced Favre? I mean, in any, English lessons I've ever known, that could not possibly be pronounced that way, but it's not an English word. But you know what I mean? Like things like that where it's just like, but you'll hear people be like, what? What did you just say? That's not how you say it. It's like, whatever. I've been on here for over an hour. Somebody shut me up. Oh my gosh, you guys. If you want to keep talking, let me know. But if you want me to just zip it and move on to another day. Is this okay? Maggie, I don't even know. I don't even know what that word is. Segue? Segue? That's another thing too. In different areas of life, people use, aw, how cool. Where'd you live at? In Michigan. This is funny too. Segway. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I would never know that. See? But there are words that you use in different professions or different, areas of life that people don't use regularly. So it's like, why would someone know that? You know what I mean? If you've never had to use it. But it cracks me up words like, I have some family members, they'll say onion, like with a G in it. I'm like, have you ever seen the word? I know you have. Like, it's not onion. Hey, Jen! Or avocado. I'm like, there is no L in avocado. Like, look at the word. A big one is sandwich. So sandwich. There are certain things that just drive my mind bonkers, and sandwich is one of them. I don't know why. I have like these weird things that make me crazy. And like my one aunt says it all the time. And so one day I was like, why do you say sandwich? Because it's sandwich. And she's like, no, I don't. I don't say sandwich. I'm like, okay. And then like later my cousin was laughing because we were totally hearing her say it. Sandwich, yep. Okay, Detroit and Pontiac. Yep. But yeah, it's like doesn't really matter. Hi, Troy. Aw, is that our friend Glamber? I'm so glad you call me your friend. Yes, it's me. Oh my gosh, I love you guys. Alyssa Pope. So Christy is Alyssa's mom. Alyssa has a channel. Definitely check her out. You've heard me talk about her before if you watch my channel. Oh, yay, Jen, thank you. Be careful. Don't watch, just listen when you're driving. But yeah, Alyssa is amazing. And Halloween stuff's coming up, and that girl does the most bomb Halloween looks you've ever seen in your life. Aw, he knows my voice. That lets you know they have my voice. I must be playing in their house. Christy runs my playlist. She is such an awesome supporter. So is Alyssa. Yes, Tish. Oh my goodness. Alyssa is amazing. And she's this beautiful girl, super fun and funny. Her and her dad, like, they go to Disney and she does these awesome vlogs. One of my favorite things that I feel like says a lot about Alyssa's character and the way she was raised, obviously, is they were at Disney the one time, and she was up buying something from one of the vendors, and she said, "We appreciate you," from the person that she was buying it from. And I just thought that that was like such an awesome thing. I didn't tell her this, but I've actually started saying that to people because in whatever place it might be, your cashier or whatever, like, I appreciate you. And I said it to a lady who was cleaning the bathroom at a rest area, and she was so like taken aback by it, and she's, oh, thank you. And I'm like, I know this is hard work and I appreciate you, like, it's really, you're keeping things really nice. Like, I loved that Alyssa said that, and that has just been something that I like learned from her. Like, I think that's such an amazing simple thing that you can say. Everyone likes to know that they're appreciated, and some jobs really stink, let's be real. And in fact, that one actually did stink. It wasn't while I was in there, probably because she kept it so clean, but I'm sure it stinks sometimes. But yeah, definitely, like, letting people know that you appreciate what they do is like, that's such a blessing you can give to somebody. So thank you, Alyssa. So thank you, Christy and Troy, for raising such an amazing daughter who says things like that to people. But yeah. Well, you guys, it's been over an hour. And I feel bad because I don't want to keep you here all day. But I had so much fun talking to you. So what do you guys think about Tuesday afternoons? Does this seem to be like a decent time for me to do this? Because like I said, I go to Bible study in the mornings. So then afterwards, I usually like go shopping or go out to lunch with a friend or something like that. And then, or that's kind of what's going to be happening. The last 2 times I've just gone shopping, but I'm going to be going out to eat with a friend. And that way, when I get home, I'm already together for the day, and it's not a day that I already have a video up, because I typically have them up Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I've been having my videos come out like at midnight. So like my Monday video comes out like midnight on Sunday, kind of thing. Okay, good. Coleslaw. I laughed, Sir Christy. I'm sorry. There's so many things like that, though. Like, it's just funny. Like, my dad says chickmunk. Okay, Tuesday's good. Oh, good. I'm so glad to hear that. Yeah, instead of chipmunk, he says chickmunk. I'm like, Dad, it's not a chickmunk. And he says pumpkins. A lot of people say that. And, oh, good. I'm so glad. I'm glad I found a good time. We're not, interfering on somebody else's life. And so that's kind of what I was hoping to be able to do. So I'm happy. But yeah. Now I'm going to be rolling through like all these different words that people say that are funny, because we've all got them. And actually, I'm trying to think. There was one just recently that we were cracking up. My sister said it. Dang it. I won't be able to think of it right now. But it's funny sometimes. And she's like, and I said, that's actually whatever it is. And she goes, are you serious? I'm like, yeah. And she's like, oh my gosh, I say that all the time. It probably sounds so stupid. I'm like, no, but now you know. You know what I mean? And that's the thing. If somebody tells me, like, if I'm actually saying something incorrectly, you don't have to be a jerk about it. You can just be like, do you actually know the word is this, or whatever it's pronounced this? Like, I would rather know so I can say it the right way. Some people don't handle, constructive criticism like that very well. I've had it happen to me before, where I tried to let somebody know Worcestershire sauce. That's a weird one. Oh, she's wrong. We are way too hard on ourselves. I know that girl's hard on herself. And that's another thing, you guys. Quit being so dang hard on yourselves. I'm really working on trying not to do that to myself. I notice in videos a lot, I call out things that I'm self-conscious about for that day. Why am I doing that? Like, what I'm doing is drawing attention to it instead of like, maybe no one would notice, or maybe it's not even actually a thing, only in my head. Like, we need to just not be so dang critical of ourselves. It's like, it's so much easier to give someone else a compliment than to look at ourselves and give ourselves a compliment. And like, we need to be better about that. I think it's pronounced Worcestershire, right? Worcestershire sauce. I think so. I know, Haley. It's like, why? I'm like, okay, now everyone's looking at whatever that was because I just totally called it out. We do. Like, God made us. He made us amazing. We are his masterpiece. And like, we need to treat ourselves and each other like it, because yeah, we're way too hard on ourselves and like just critical about dumb things. Like, why do we do that? In a recent video, I was telling my friend Jenny today, I said I edited partway because then I saw it. I had like where lip gloss is like stretching right here. Ugh, I hate that. And I'm like, won't wear that one again. Like, but okay, I just edited part of it where I could and just didn't point it out. I don't know, the video's not out yet, so you guys can call it out if you see it. But it's like, okay, I could be like, oh, look at that, because I did that about my dumb looking headband in one of my recent videos. But it's like, then that's what people are focusing on, because you're totally calling attention to it. Like, if it's something you don't like, why are you making sure everyone looks at it? You know, like, dumb. I think it's a thing of like, I want to make sure you know that I know it's there. You know what I mean? Like, or like, I wanted to make sure you knew that I did not think that that headband looked cute, so that you didn't think I'm like off my rocker and thinking really not cute things look cute. But again, if I put that headband on and I felt amazing in it, even if other people didn't think so, who cares? Like, be happy with what you do. But all right, I will stop rambling now because I've said that for the last 10 minutes. And but thank you guys so much. I will definitely plan to do this on Tuesdays then. So I don't know if the time will always be quite the same, just depending on what I'm doing, because I'm not gonna like rush through lunch with a friend or something just to get back. So but I will always put out on Instagram again in my community tab that, you know, a time that I will be going live, so you have a little bit of a, you know, heads up. Yeah, I think you're right, Tish. Yeah, like make fun of yourself so that then it's like other people, like it won't hurt as bad, or kind of takes the power away from the people trying to make fun of you. And like, I get what you're saying. I'm so glad to be. You guys are so awesome. I know I've said that like a million times, but I honestly mean it. Like, I am so just, you guys bring me so much joy. Like, I have so much fun getting to talk to you guys. And Haley is another one. You guys, there are so many awesome people on here with channels. I would love if you would go through after this, leave in, I know Debbie does this sometimes, and I think this is a great idea. If you would like to just leave a little comment down in the comments when this video is done, so, and let people know that you have a channel. I mean, you can just put like, I don't know, what can we put? Because I know there's certain words that'll mess you up. Thank you, Kate. I love you. Whatever, just put some kind of comment, and you can click on, you know, their username, whatever, to go to burger. I like that. And be able to follow, you know, like support each other, because there are so many of you on here who have amazing channels, and I would love for you guys all to know each other, because you're all awesome people. And I think awesome people, you need to like unite, and like, you're happy, fun, positive people, and the world needs more of that. So like, let's cheer each other on. And so yeah, definitely, because there are several of you on here who have channels, and you're awesome, and we all need to support each other. So let's do it. So yeah, leave a comment after this video is up, and that way you guys can go through and support each other if you would like to do that. And yeah, thank you for watching. Please give a thumbs up if you haven't already. And oh no, don't feel bad for being behind or anything, and I just want you guys to feel better. I hope that you get through that with no complications and everything's all good. We were very lucky around here that when we all got it, it wasn't bad. So I'm hoping the same will be for you. Yay. Yes, all get to know each other. You guys are all awesome. Like, there's so much joy to spread around. Let's spread it. Let's spread joy. There's too much crud in the world. Let's just be joy spreaders. That's what I would like to do. Like, I know I'm still talking, but Maureen, my friend Maureen Hansen from on here, she called me a human sparkler one time, and it like, for some reason, like kind of rocked my world. Like, I thought that was the sweetest compliment. And she's like, you just throw out sparks of joy everywhere. And I think that is like such an amazing compliment. So let's all be like human sparklers and just throw out sparks of joy everywhere we go, all over everybody. Like, let's do it. All right, thank you guys so much for watching. I love you, and you'll see videos up in between, but I should be back on here live next Tuesday so we can chat some more. Hopefully I'll have some really interesting stuff to say, and if you guys want me to make these a little shorter, just let me know. All right, bye guys.